That's got a fish, I think, that dark spot. Hey, what do you think? Yep, he's got her. Oh. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
Coming up. On this week's episode, Bob is joined by NHL veteran and current Carolina Hurricanes hockey player Tim Brandt. Tim takes time off the ice to fish a couple of days with Bob at La Reserve Beauchene. Located in the province of Quebec, this catch and release fishery has 7 species of fish and 40 lakes to suit your angling pleasure. With first-class accommodations, food, and fishing, it's an angler's paradise. Bob and Tim get their game on talking hockey and fishing, targeting early season smallmouth in the shallows, and scratch the surface trying early evening trolling for brook trout at beautiful La Reserve Beauchene.
Oh, nice jump. There we go, boys. Whoa!
Look at that magnificent fish.
Look at that. Isn't that sweet? Look at the size of that fish.
I think I love it.
Get him, Bob. Get him, Bob. Nice.
Wow.
The Real Fishing Show with Bob Izumi.
All right. That is a big rainbow trout, Chris.
And the Bobby Zumi pose?
That is awesome, girl.
Yeah.
That is all right. Man, that is so cool. Look at the color of that. Isn't that something? Nice. Look at that chunk. Whoa, baby.
Real Fishing is sponsored by Mercury, #1 on the water, and Tim Hortons.
On the Real Fishing Show, we make catching fish like this a possibility. Hey, we've got a beautiful spring morning here, and I'm at La Reserve Beauchene, just outside of Temiskaming in the province of Quebec, and I'm here with NHL veteran Tim Brandt. Tim, thanks for joining me, man.
Pleasure to be here.
You know, we've known each other now for, I guess, about a year and a half, and we fished together, but never in Quebec till this trip, right?
Absolutely.
How's it been?
It's been unbelievable. What a great place.
We've spent 2 days up here, and we're just packed up, ready to hit the road. And, you know, I say veteran, you're 28 years old. You've been in the NHL. How many years now?
2 full seasons.
Two
but,
full seasons.
Up and down in the minors and in the NHL before that for 6 years.
Now, you're from Cambridge, Ontario.
Cambridge, Ontario.
And so you've played in a lot of different areas all over the place since well, how long have you been on the road?
I moved away from home when I was 15, turning 16. Moved to Toronto to play at St. Mike's. Played my junior career there.
So that's 13 years later.
Yeah, exactly.
Still on the road.
Still on the road.
Carolina Hurricanes, currently playing on a 2-year contract, and you're going into your 2nd year.
Yeah.
And you like it down there?
I love it. Great place to play. Lots of outdoor activity.
Well, I know you like your hunting and fishing, so speaking of fishing, let's go see how we made out at La Reserve Beauchene. There we go. Oh,
Nice.
all righty. And this is why we keep coming back up here to Beauchene, Quebec. One of the reasons, smallmouth. There are other species here, of course. Whoa, that thing is tail walking. Let's see, might want to dip it.
For you?
That's an old fish too. Compared to a fish, say, down in the Great Lakes, these smallmouth timber, these are older fish. Like that fish there, that could be like a 10, 12, 15-year-old fish right there.
Beautiful.
Yeah, pretty cool. Very cool. And that's on just a little Berkeley powered tube there. 1/8 ounce head. Got a fluorocarbon leader here, and okay, let's just go down the shore here and see what we can catch. He's got it. Nice. Did you see him hit your tube?
I did. I saw him pick it right up.
So Tim, you've been fishing all your life?
Been fishing all my life. Any chance I can get on the water, I try to.
A lot of NHL players like their fishing, don't they?
Yeah, you know, it kind of fits in with our schedule. We have the summers off, and I shouldn't say completely off because you have to train pretty hard, but.
And so even though you're still training during the summer, you like to get out fishing, huh?
Yeah, exactly. We put, a few hours in it every day of working out, and then we can enjoy the rest of the day. So why not get on the water?
Hey, wait, okay, we got in last night. We had, we got a bunch of friends up here at La Reserve Beauchene. I don't remember you getting up this morning working out.
I didn't. I worked out the last few days so I could take a couple days off and fish.
Same here. As a tournament angler, we are athletes too. I just want everybody to know it's all natural. I don't work out. I just pulled the trolling motor up, and Tim, you set the hook. What do you got on?
A little pike here.
Alrighty.
Rolling in the line.
It's a mixed bag here. Okay. All right, Beauchene pike. On a little power tube. All right. All right, let's go fish another area. Folks, stay tuned. We'll be right back at La Reserve Beauchene, Quebec after this with my NHL buddy, Tim Brandt.
When we return, there's more smallmouth bass fishing at La Reserve Beauchene with Carolina Hurricanes' Tim Brandt. Stay tuned. Closed captioning is brought to you by BoaterExam.com. Let's take a look down under with this week's Fisheye View, sponsored by Mercury, #1 on the water. During the past 20 years of underwater filming, we conducted a thorough investigation of steelhead. During that time, we observed some interesting behavior. Shy of moving cameras, most of our steelhead footage is taken from a stationary position, virtually eliminating traditional drift fishing techniques. Rather than a limitation, we enjoy a distinct advantage few anglers capitalize on. During prime time, early morning for instance, steelhead often hit as fast as you can get it down to them. When the action slows, as it always does, you have to wait them out. Leaving bait in place for as long as possible is the key. Quite often, one fish will show interest, thereby triggering another into hitting. With roe, we add styrofoam to keep things visible to the camera and to the fish. In this case, it's just styrofoam, minus any fish eggs. Changing colors of roe bag material is always a good idea. Sooner or later, however, they will figure things out. After that, you may only interest smaller fish. That brings us to the greatest trick we've witnessed in steelheading: unnatural motion. Try bouncing the bait or go against the current. Need more proof? This steelhead is completely oblivious to our roe bag. Now, add a bit of movement and watch what happens.
Hey, we thought we'd take a break from that action out on the water. Tim, what's your first impression of La Reserve Beauchene?
I definitely didn't expect it to be this luxurious. It's a beautiful place. All the cabins are unbelievable.
Well, I didn't tell you to pack a tent or a sleeping bag. It is really nice up here. In the food?
Oh, you can't beat the food, I don't think.
Yeah, Gary, I mean, I've known him for quite a few years, and I want to take him home with me and just have a personal chef. The guy, not only is a chef, but he's a baker too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think you tasted, every one of his
desserts,
his pastries.
Well, hey, I'm in training just like you, except my training is ballast for the boat, right? So anyway, the fishing here, we've been fishing smallmouth. They're up shallow during this early season, and being a private reserve, they promote the bass fishing here early season. It's awesome, isn't it? Because some of them you see cruising, some of them are on bed, some of them are, pre and post spawn. It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, the water's so clear here. You can, see them swimming around and try and sight fish them. Yeah,
and the key is staying back and making long casts, whether you're fishing the edges or breaks with light line or fishing boulders and that. You want to stay back, make the longest cast you can. Next thing you know, you're going to catch some fish.
There you go.
Got one?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. I got one too. All right. Oh. Nice. Little double header going on here. Any size? Mine's like a 2-pounder.
Yeah,
If
probably
that.
the same.
Oh yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see if Brent or Azumi, who's got the biggest bass here. Okay, yours is just a hair bigger, but we're not gonna worry about it too much. Very sweet. Crystal clear water fishing. Now, Tim, tell me a little bit about your career. Now, you started, when did you start pro hockey? Like, how old were you?
I was 19.
Now, you're 28 right now, right?
28.
So you've been playing for a few years now.
Yeah,
And how
exactly.
long do you want to play hockey for?
I'll play until they kick me out.
No kidding.
Yeah.
For the love of the game,
Yeah,
huh?
I love playing. I can't imagine doing anything else. It's very blessed to be able to do something you love doing, as you know.
It's fun, isn't it?
Oh, that's awesome.
Very nice. I like that. You just sort of swept that hook into it, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make sure that we don't drift too far into the wood here. Isn't the water clear here, Tim?
Oh, that's amazing. It's like watching TV, watching these fish.
You know, what we're doing, folks, is we're just working down along the shoreline and just every now and then come across a few fish. Very nice. Great. Love the colors of these fish. They're so brown in this clear water. All right.
There's more smallmouth action on day 2 with Bob and Tim Brent at La Reserve Beauchene. Stay tuned. This tip of the week is sponsored by Coleman, the outdoor company.
Hey, I'm here with Chris Hockley, National Marketing Manager for Canada for Pure Fishing. And Chris, we're going to test some knots today. Tell me about what we've got here.
We sure are. We have our knot testing machine. You'll actually see this at all of the shows that we go to. It is definitely an attention drawer. We get to actually test all of our lines for two things. One, a straight pull strength, so to see the actual breaking strength of any particular line, but then also to test knots. And everybody wants to know whether their knot's going to hold up.
Okay, well, off camera, I tied one knot. You tied another different knot.
We did.
Let's test them out. And we've got some strand line here. I believe this is a 12-pound test that we used.
It
right?
is. It's the 12-pound brute strength.
Okay, let's try it out and see.
So now this is 12-pound test. So I mean, if we get 12 pounds, we've got our money's worth. So phew, I got my money's worth. I'm okay with that.
Wow. 19 and a half.
19 and
now
a
that's
half.
in pounds. That's in pounds.
Now I hate to admit it, but Bob, that broke at the knot. So I think the line has more in it. That knot that I tied was just a simple clinch knot, and we know, I think you tied a Palomar.
Okay.
To make sure that the odds are in your favor, as any good television host would do.
Let's see what happens. I mean, sometimes I use a Palomar knot.
Well, I always say it's good, especially at the shows. I tell people, you know what, they're reluctant sometimes to tie one. They want to go and see the rest of the show, and really, I always tell them, it's better to lose or to find out if you're going to lose a fish of a lifetime on a knot. Let's fix it now, find
Okay,
out.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Have you had some people's knots break at a pretty low, like they just slip apart?
We have, and those are the most exciting ones because we can improve their knots to the point where they're really happy and they go away more confident and always more excited to fish.
Well, here we go. We're up to 15, 17, 19, 20.
Now this is 12-pound test.
24.8. And the winner is, let me work on my acceptance speech, okay? So, Chris, the bottom line is tying the proper knot can make all the difference in the world, can it?
It absolutely can, and some of the big things, make sure you wet it before you cinch it down. And also don't use your nails to slide it down to seat the knot properly.
Well, especially yourself, you know, you're well manicured and stuff. You don't want to break.
Yeah, just a fresh manicure.
Thanks so much, Chris. I appreciate it. Alrighty. Good stuff. Whoa! Oh, he spit the hook. Okay, that's like missing the net. Okay.
Missing an open net.
Okay, good. I had a shower here. It's day 2 of Beauchene. I had a shower earlier on, and I just got another one. So double showers. I guess I'm good for the week. Let's just move down here. That's pretty cool, you know. Great. On in here, Mr. Bass. Alrighty. Very nice. Very nice. You know, one thing about it is these fish in this clear water is a little bit of finesse approach is nice. And many times what we'll do is we'll use a very subtle presentation, and that's where spinning rods handle, you know, the lighter line, Tim, of course, and we're using fluorocarbon leaders, and so we're just basically throwing up in the shallows and on the edges just with something subtle. I like subtle tubes too. This is a Berkeley power tube, but a very subtle color, you know, just nothing too obnoxious, you know.
When we return, Bob tries some early evening trolling for Beauchene brookies with NHL veteran Tim Brent. Stay tuned.
So we had a chance to take an hour off from bass fishing, and we went out last night for brook trout. What do you think of that? I mean, there's like dozens of lakes here you can hammer for brookies.
Yeah, we only scratched the surface really on how many lakes there are here, but those brookies are a lot of fun.
Yeah, put that little motor guide on the back, and we just started strolling. You went with hardware with that little NRX G Loomis rod. I had a NRX G Loomis fly rod, and I love trolling with a fly for brookies. I mean, it's kind of like cheating because you don't have to do the casting, which is nice, but I like casting too, don't get me wrong, but that was pretty amazing fishing for an hour, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, those brook trout were beautiful.
Could you imagine if we had a week up here, what we could do? Still wouldn't scratch the surface on the amount of lakes that are here. Aha! Tim, we have hooked up here, my man.
Good stuff.
Yeah, we're doing a little fun fishing here at La Reserve Beauchene. Is I'm trolling a fly, and Tim, you're trolling with a traditional spinning outfit. I've got a G Loomis NRX fly rod here, and let's see what we got on here. We're brook trout fishing on this little lake. There we go, coming in quick. I love it. Little 6-weight fly rod here, which is, oh yeah, that's a nice brookie.
Brookie. Very nice.
Very nice. Look at that. Whoa, baby. These are natural brookies in the lake that we're in tonight. Nice. There we go. Very nice. All right, I'll just wet my hands. I want to make sure that this fish is in good shape here. What I'm going to do is hold it in the net. There's the fly out. Let's just put it back in the water for a second. There. Show the viewers here. Yeah, that thing fought hard. There, this nice little Beckman net's a perfect net. There we are right there. Look at that. Isn't that sweet?
Beautiful colors.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right. There, little brookie. Thanks for coming out and playing. Alrighty. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. How'd he hit? Hard?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, nice one.
Really scrappy fish. Get it wet here. There we
Very
go.
nice. Okay. Pass it off. Now, okay, we'll drop him in the water. There. Okay. Just take that out of the way. There we go. Swing him around. Let's have a look here. And you can show him right in the net. Very nice. Look at that. That's
Beautiful
a nice
fish.
brook trout right there. Look at that. Very nice. Put her back. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Okay. Look at that. Very nice. Good stuff. All right.
Right on.
Little Beauchene brook trout fishing.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, we had a wonderful 2 days up here at La Reserve Beauchene. Tim, this is a place we got to come back, right?
Absolutely.
You know, there's so many more lakes we haven't hit, and I'm going to have to get down there, down in the Carolinas to visit you when you're playing. I know you don't get a lot of time off. We'll have to hit some of those largemouth lakes down there, too.
For sure. You're welcome anytime.
Well, I know you got your new Ranger that you just purchased. It'll be down there, so we'll be traveling in style. And hey, all the best on this upcoming season, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, lots of fun. Hey, folks, we'll see you next week right here for some more real fishing. Yeah, all right. This is a big fish. That is a fish of a lifetime. Well, that is just amazing. Look at that thing. Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh, man. Woo. That was too cool. Oh, man, what a fish. Look at that. Yeah.